Alright, party people, how are we doing today, man? If you've been keeping up, then you know that My Hero Ultra Rumble came out about a week ago. So we're gonna spend some time. We're gonna talk about it. Talk about it, guy, for a little bit. So first things first, if you haven't played it, you can get it on, I don't know, pretty much everything. It's free. Um, the big aspects. It's only got it's got 24 total people, which isn't a whole lot for BR. But it's serviceable. Sometimes depending on where dudes spawn in on the map, sometimes you just got the whole side of the map to yourself, and it feels super empty, and you don't even fight nobody until the last 3 or 4 teams. And it's like, oh, okay, well, all right, and you just don't see nobody. Sometimes you spawn in, and it's just fighting as soon as you go. That can go either way. Sometimes, a lot of times it just goes poorly, but. But anyway, how are we feeling about the game? Stuff, stuff they can change about the game. What, just overall impressions, review. That type of stuff. So, first up, the game feels about the same as the open beta. About the same. If you play the open beta, you already know what you're getting into. This isn't anything new. There's nothing different here. It's the same deal. So if you didn't like it how it felt then, this isn't there and change anything drastic or do anything major to it. So I mean, you're just not gonna like how it feels this time. Combat's still the same. You got your 3-hit basic attack. Everybody's got their 3 different quirk abilities they can use, and they got like a special ability. For the full game, they did add 3 new characters to the roster. 3 more heroes. Man, we'll talk about that. Um, but you can only get them through the roll through the gacha. So you gotta roll and hope you get lucky. There is a pity system, hard pity at 200 pulls. So um, yeah, that's something. Each pool gives you 1 point. So if you do a 10 roll, you get 10 points. So 20 10 rolls will get you 1 character if you just happen to have the worst luck in the world. But it happens to some people. Some people do, and you just can't pull any of the characters. So there's also got some costumes in there, which also compete for the spot with the characters. So that's a bit annoying. Because I was rolling on the first banner, trying to like all I want is the toga costume. That's all I care about. I don't care about the 3 characters. I don't care about the other costumes. And of course, the last thing I pulled, and I rolled, I don't know, 12, 13 times. The last thing I get, the last thing I needed to pull was the costume I wanted. I'm saying, yeah, okay, game, you're a bit nonsense. So, since we're talking about the roles in the gacha, how is the environment of the game? How free to play friendly is it? So the game's got a couple of monetizations in it. You've got obviously the gacha. You can roll, get costumes, characters. They got emotes. They got different palette swaps for different costumes for heroes. You've got voice lines you can get. I want to say that's about it. But there's a lot of like filler stuff in there for all your characters and stuff that you can mess around with. It is kind of annoying, if you only play a couple of characters. You wanna have your guy, your girl, decked out, and you're getting all this shit for these dudes you don't even play. So that's a bit annoying, but I mean, what can you do? There's only 3 tiers of loot. There's 1-star loot, 2-star, and 3-star. 3-star is the highest they have right now, and that's where your characters and your completely different costumes are. You know, like your brand new costume. Because some of the costumes, like they're just palette swaps. It's just like, oh, you got Deku's base costume, but now it's in a lighter green color. And it's like, oh well, I don't care, you know. But if you want like an actual different costume on your character, then that's the 3 star. Like I said, mentioned before, it's a hard pity at 200. So if you don't pull your character, you can pull them there. Now, listen how I only said character. If you don't pull the costume, there is no pity for the costume. You just gotta pull it. So yeah, if you you know just don't have that luck, you're just kind of assed out, and you're just kind of going down an endless hole of rolling to hope you pull it. There is no. Hopefully they add that later. I don't know why all the 3 star stuff isn't there, but it's not right now. It's just the character. So if you really wanted that Dabi or that Toga or All Might or whoever costume you want, if you gotta pull it, there's no pity for it. So that sucks. Also, there's the battle pass that they have. Like any other game, you've got the free and you've got the premium. Right now, since the game is new, you've got some new download bonuses, stuff that you can. If you start playing now, you can get some these hero crystals and do a couple of missions and some quests and rack up some more, and you can pretty much buy the first battle pass for essentially free. And as long as you finish the battle pass, you'll have enough crystals to get any subsequent battle passes for pretty much for free without having to pay any more money. That being said, they also have a special pass, which is pretty much gatekeeping the majority of the characters that most people will want to play, and that is very annoying. Is very annoying. Um, so it works. You once you finish a match or whatever, you'll get EXP for your basic level, character level. Or I guess I say your profile, overall profile level. You'll get some battle pass EXP, and then you'll get special EXP. The special EXP is laughably low, laughably low. Um, I think they fixed it now. Or I say fixed, but they're giving you more. You earn more special EXP per matches because I mean before you were getting like maybe 1,000, maybe 1,500 max, and each level was like 30,000. So yeah, you were struggling to get EXP, and it would take you fucking 30 matches to get to level 2, and there's like 30 levels of this thing. So yeah, you were people did the hard math, and it was like if you wanted to get all the way to 30 to unlock All Might, All Might, that character that you've seen from the show, would take you like 100 something plus hours to get. So yeah, that's a bit of a no. But if you've got the big wallet, you can pay money, get some hero crystals, and just dump hero crystals into the special pass and just kind of auto level it up, and as far as you want, and then get all the characters if you want. So yeah, that's a thing you can do. That's a thing you can do. Um, Outside of that, there's not really anything else to like spend money on. You either roll for the gacha or you can buy the like I said, the crystals and get the battle pass. But once you buy like one battle pass, as long as you're doing it, playing the game and get it going, you're pretty much set for battle passes. So unless they bring out another character or costume you want, you're pretty much good. As far as heroes go, me. I gotta talk about my girl. So Toga, they did do one major change for both Toga and Ochiko, which are both the two main characters in Plan. So they pretty much switched their roles. So if you remember from the closed beta, Toga was a blue speed type character, and Ochiko was a purple. I don't even remember the purple character specialist. I think is what it is, specialist character. So he's pretty much swapped the two, and it works out a lot better. But Toga's still bad. Toga is still bad. Um, they changed her to a specialist character, which makes sense because her main DPS is knife toss, which is her her projectile move. So it makes sense because being a purple character, you naturally have higher reload on your projectile move. So that makes sense. That's cool. That's good. Um, Her third skill sucks still sucks. And yep, it's just bad. They still didn't change anything about it. When you transform into the person, you take their skill levels. So if you happen to use suck on a guy who has all level 1 skills, when you transform into him, guess what? All your skills are level 1. It's just bad. It's just bad. I've put in the last 2 surveys like, hey man, why doesn't this scale with my skills? Because I'm leveling them up. Also, if you transform into the guy and pick up a level up card, or like an all card on the ground for like that type of character. So for instance, let's say you transform into Deku. Deku's yellow. If you pick up a yellow card, it'll automatically level up his ability that you're transformed into, which is cool, but that doesn't carry over when you transform back to Toga. It's just the same. It's like, well, okay, well that's dumb. That doesn't do anything. Please don't do that. That's silly. That doesn't help anybody. So yeah, that skill is bad. So I just kind of have like a skill that I just don't want to really use. Sometimes it's cool, but a lot of time I just find myself like, man, I just use the skill to get damage because it homes in, so it's like free, quote unquote, free damage. But it's just bad. It's just bad. Also, so other than that, our knife toss is fine. It's the same. Slash is about the same. It's still good. I find myself kind of sometimes leveling up slash before I level up projectile, which is weird. But Toga's buttons up close are pretty butt cheeks, so I gotta do what I gotta do. Lastly, her special skill, they've nerfed since the open beta. She used to, like, on a down enemy, you can run up to him, press triangle, and do like a quick stab and execute them, and get like their suck, so you could transform into them. So now she runs up, stabs him, gets the ability to transform into him, but doesn't execute him. So it makes that skill very bad. Because it used to be just a really quick execute. Like if you got a dude down and you knew his boys were coming to revive him, and you were like, nah man, I'm gonna run over there, mash triangle, stab him real quick, get a execute, get a kill, and then dip out. And it made her an interesting character because you could like down, if somebody else got it down, you could run in and play cleanup and just kill dudes that will otherwise take, I don't know, a couple like 4 or 5 like hits, and you'd have to use skill stocks and resources to try and kill dudes if they weren't like outside the circle or something. So it made her. It was an interesting part of her kit. It was probably like the best part of her kit back in the open beta. But now, like I said, it just does damage. It's not even a lot of damage. It's like 100 damage, which is like a third of like a dude's health bar. And I'm just like, okay, well, if I want to kill him, I still have to do this long ass execute animation, which is another good thing about her ability. You could just run over, poke them, and then they were gone. You didn't have to sit through some long animation of like, let me taunt, let me say a line, fucking cut a promo, and then kill you. It was just like, no, just run over, stab, you're dead. All right, I'm out. So yeah, they changed that, and again, it's one of those things where I just kind of find myself not really using. Because here's the thing: if they're on the ground down and I want to transform into them, I have a move that does that. We just talked about it. It's her third skill. You just suck. You just throw the syringes out and just suck them. That's it. And then I do damage, and then I can transform into them. There's no need for me to run over, hit triangle, do 100 damage, and then still be able to transform. It doesn't make any sense. Like unless I'm out of suck, and I really want this dude's transformation. Which again, if I transform into him, and his skills are low, I'm just looking stupid. I'm looking stupid. It's a waste. It's just a waste. I need him to change it back to just be an execute. I don't even need it to give me the ability to transform into the dude. Just let it be an execute, just a quick execute, because no one else in the game has something like that. Just give me a quick execute. But other than that, she, like I said, I mean, so we've talked about her. She's got, a skill that's just kind of bad, and then a special that's just kind of useless. So half her kit's just kind of sitting there in limbo. I'm just looking at it like, man, this kind of does nothing. This kind of does nothing. So yeah, that's a shame. Our other girl, Ochiko, is she's bugged right now. Her grapple hook at low levels just does not work. It just does not work. Just shoot it. I mean, if you, I don't know if I have Ochiko footage up. I don't know. We'll see. But if you've seen anybody else playing Ochiko, or if you play the game and you play her yourself, you'll know. Yeah, that grapple hook just does fuck all at like levels 1 through 4 ish. Like 1 through 4 ish, it just is it might as well not even be a skill. You can't hit terrain. You can't grapple to. You can't shoot at the fucking ground and grapple to the ground. It'll just whiff the ground. I'm just like, Jesus, man. So yeah, that shit sucks. Once you level it up, it works as intended. But I mean, shit, man, you got a whole skill for the first third of the game that just does not work the way you want it to. God forbid you need to actually use the grapple hook to get away, because that shit's not happening. It's not happening. It's like a 50-50 when you throw it, if it works or not. And sometimes you just lose that 50-50 3 or 4 times in a row. And at that point, you're just dead. It's just like, well, good game. Sucks to suck, I guess. I guess I'm just bad for you trying to use my skill and the shit doesn't work. So, they need to, they need to fix that. They need to fix that ASAP. The rest of Ochiko's kit is fine. She's, like I said, she's a speed type now, so, she doesn't get the fast reload, but it's fine because her being speed and having increased movement speed. Spin to win is actually a really good skill on her. Like I wind up maxing that now instead of I used to just max grapple hook, but now I just max spin to win because it just sticks to them when they have shield, and when they don't have shield. If I got it leveled up high enough, it just outranges anything. It's a really solid skill. The float ability skill is it's okay. It's situational. I don't really like using it. I wish it worked like Shigaraki ground like decay, where it just went all around me instead of me having to like aim the shit, because dudes in this game are too elusive, man. Dudes are squirrely out here, man. There's some slippery sons of bitches out here, man. So trying to hit dudes with that shit, unless I got a surprise on them, you can't do it, man. Can't do it. It's tough. Trying to, unless if I can hit a dude from Fog of War, cool. But if not, nah, man, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. So other than that, she's cool. As far as any other like noteworthy characters, Kaminari is silly. A lot of the power dudes are just really silly. Like it seems like between open beta and closed beta, they were like, all right, so power dudes are just as like they're called power dudes. They should be doing damage. Let's have them do a lot of fucking damage, man. They do so much damage. Kaminari's got his electric stuff that just sun locks you and you just beat your ass. Fucking Bakugo and Todoroki on their projectile moves have silly amounts of ammo. So like early game, even late game, I mean, but definitely early game. If you like get in a fight with those dudes, man, that shit is fucking rough. That shit is just rough, man. Sometimes it just feels like fucking hit scan. I'm just like, bro, is this dude aimbot, man? I'm just getting hit. I'm just lit up. I'm just lit the fuck up, man. They'll hit you once, break your armor, and then if you're on like no armor, fuck it, man. You're done. You're cooked. Cause that shit'll hit you, you'll flinch, and if you're flinching, you stop running. So I mean, it's like, okay, I hit you, you stop running. I can just hit you again. You can't get away, unless you got like some type of escape move. But God forbid you're on like Mr. Compress or something, because he's got an escape. But if you flinch him out of it, he just falls apart. He just falls to the ground. It's like, well, fuck me, guy. Okay, so there's some like I said, there's some jank, man. There's some jank. Power dudes feel like they do just the silly amounts of damage. And then there are other dudes like Deku, who isn't a power guy. He's a assault or like a defense guy. But his projectile move like Bakugo and Todoroki just feels like it just does so much damage. So much damage. for him being, a defense, type of guy. It's just like, wow, really? The tank is also the DPS, huh? Okay. So that's annoying. That's a bit annoying. Um, other than that, it's okay. I guess it's okay. Um, I do need, I just need a couple of changes about the game. Like the early game, is just really really chaotic. Like I don't really understand how like stat scaling is because when you level up and stuff, you don't get more HP. Your HP and your armor cap are set from the start, depending on what character you pick. But sometimes, I mean, I'm just like, okay, I'm leveled up. I've got like 9 on 2 out of my 3 skills, and I'll fight a guy who will have 4 or 5 on his skills, maybe even less, and he'll just whoop my ass, and I'm just like, what is the point of me leveling up skills if like one they don't work against this guy. I can't hit shit because he's looping around. It's just like, oh well, he's just all in the skies, all over the place. I can't hit anything, so I mean, why even try to fight him? And then it's just like, all right, I hit him with a skill, but it doesn't fucking matter. It's not like the difference between hitting this dude with my level like 1 knife and my level 9 knife. It's like, okay, it's doing more damage. I see that. The knives are a little bigger. Got it. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. Like Bakugo like fucking AP shot is still two shotting me. It does not matter. Does not matter. And it just doesn't feel good. It just does not feel good. When like, you're on, nothing, or you've got everything and the dude you're fighting is on fucking nothing. Dude's living on a prayer and you just can't hit this dude, or you just get out DPS by a dude with no levels on his skill, man. That shit sucks. So yeah, that shit sucks. Uh, like I don't know, man. I feel like early game fights, like you should feel weaker at early game, and I should feel really strong, late when I'm powered up. But right now, it just feels like whether it's like early, depending on who you're playing, whether it's early or late game, it just doesn't matter. Your character is essentially the same, and that's kind of like Bakugo, where it's just like early or late, it doesn't really fucking matter. That he's Bakugo, sure late when he's maxed out, he's doing a lot of damage, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, AP shot is still two tapping you. Grenade is still breaking your shield from damn near like 80%. 80% shield, you're just gone. If he does his little howitzer, roll thing, you better get out the way or you're fucking dead. Like it just doesn't matter. Level 1 doesn't matter. Level 9 doesn't matter. It's just silly. It's just a little too silly. Because a lot of fights it's just like, man, well, I sure did get outplayed from that dude pressing his button twice and breaking my shield. Where I got a guy, I need to hit a dude fucking 20 times before I can crack his shield. So just some balance stuff just needs to be looked at. Outside of that, like I said, the whole hero unlock stuff, they've increased the special license like EXP, but like there's no reason to lock those dudes that far behind this secondary extra battle pass, especially when you have hero tickets that are supposed to be used to unlock characters, but they're only allowed to be unlocked on characters that aren't in the gacha. We'll see if after this banner leaves, if the characters that were in the gacha come back to the can be unlocked with hero tickets if you didn't pull them, which I would think that would be the case. But there's still half the roster that's locked behind the special battle pass that you can't unlock with tickets. So it's just kind of like, well, what's the point of the tickets then? Because as of right now, all you can unlock are like 3 characters. I think it's like 3. Yeah, like Kaminari, Ida, and like one more, I think. And it's just like, okay, now if you want to play, somebody else, like, you know, Bakugo or Todoroki, you gotta unlock them through the special pass, man. That hero ticket ain't doing you no good, man. It's just like, come on, man. We don't need two separate, at this point, three different ways to unlock heroes. You know, hero ticket for a couple of dudes, the gacha for a couple of dudes, and then the majority of the roster through the special hero pass. It's silly. It's just like, come on, man. We don't need this. Like this is just asinine, man. Unnecessary hurdles for people to jump through, and all you're really doing is killing off the casual fan base for dudes who come play the game, and they're like, all right, I want to play Shoto, and Shoto's locked behind getting level like 4 on the battle in the special pass. And it's just like, well, I hope you wanted to play I don't know, 60, no, even more than that. I hope you want to play like 100 games with somebody else and then unlock Shoto. I mean, shit, no one's like, most people aren't gonna do that, and by the time they do that, they're just like, all right, well, I mean, they probably just given up on the game by then. So, okay, well, who cares? Um, who cares? Some of the other characters, like Toga herself, you got to get level 15 in the battle pass. So we're talking, I guess now would be 10 matches per level. That's like on a good day. Not I spawned in, got my ass kicked, and got out of the match because that's not getting any EXP. But 10 good matches. That's still 150 games. But before it was just way more than that. I just fucking paid those dudes a couple of bucks. I was just like, nah, man, here's 20 bucks. Just let me unlock this shit, man. Like, fuck all that. And that was only to go to level 15. There's 15 more levels if you want All Might. Like, Toga's the last character before All Might at like level 15. So you have to pay for 15 more levels before you get to All Might. Like, fuck that, man. Fuck that. That shit is egregious. And then they've got this silly hero rental system where every day you've got 3 free plays on any hero you don't own. So 3 free plays. Which in a game like this, I mean, you can spawn in, like, oh, I can't play All Might. He's fucking 20 million matches away. Let me play him on the free. Spawn in, go to Mountain. There's 3 teams there. You get your ass beat, you're out of the match. Sucks to suck, guy. That was one of your free plays. You got 2 more. So yeah, that shit does less than nothing. It's just laughable. It's like, really, 3? 3? No, come on, man. This wouldn't even be an issue if you just didn't mass dudes on this fucking battle pass. Like, come on, man. Why is there 15 levels between one character and another? Like, Jesus Christ, guy. So, man. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna keep playing. Me and the boys are gonna keep playing, but there's definitely some frustrating times where a lot of games just come down to I spawned in. Hopefully, there's no one here, so I can loot up. And even after that, there's just situations where you spawn in, no one's here, you're cool, you're chilling, you loot up, you and the boys are doing good, and you run into literally 1 or 2 people, and it's just a clusterfuck after that. It's just like, well, we looted up, we did okay, but we just can't. It's just Bakugo. We can't deal with them. Or God forbid you're dealing with fucking Frog, and she's just frog running all over you. And it's just like, well, she turned invisible. I can kind of see her, but she's also got frog hopping and tongue where she can just go all over the place. And it's just like, well, got outplayed. Okay, you got me, man. You got me. Good game. And you're just out. I'm just like, yeah, it's cool. That's cool. So, what I really need them to do is have better armor, because armor right now is mostly a joke. Like, sure, it helps you a bit so you don't get stunned when people hit you, but I need actual tiers of armor. I need us maybe the small bottle, gives you, I don't know, your tier 1 armor, huge, big bottle. You can get, tier 2 armor, and then, maybe a special bottle or something. You can get tier 3 armor. I need armor to actually do some shit and actually, like, tank damage. Like, I don't need a dude fucking 2-tapping me with full armor. And then after that, it's like, oh, well, now you don't have armor. Now you get flinched every time you get hit. Well, I might as well just be stun lock guy. He might as well just put me in an infinite combo, because I'm dead. I'm dead. Also, some other things I need. If a dude is reviving you while you're in the ring, or outside the ring, I should say, not in the ring, but outside the ring, you are still taking damage. I need that to stop. Like, if a dude is on me, actively reviving me, stop my HP from ticking down, please. Because I've had it happen a couple of times where I'm outside the ring, dudes is coming over to heal me. It's like, all right, cool, and it's still ticking, and I wind up dying anyway. And I'm just like, well, now I'm dead. Now my man's is dead, or close to being dead, because he's out here in the ring trying to get me. And I'm just like, well, what the fuck, game? Come on. Like, Jesus, man, I'm not asking for a whole lot. Damn. Also, I mean, the ring speed is a little silly, because it's way faster than you can crawl. So, I mean, maybe that's by design, but I'm just like, man, like, let me crawl. Like, let me crawl faster, or like, if you gonna keep the ring speed the same, I'm just like, Jesus, man, let me fucking crawl in this shit. Because if the ring starts closing and you gotta crawl, you're not beating that, man. That ring is moving. So, yeah, I just kind of wish there was something else, man. I just wish there was some small changes. Health doesn't mean shit. Health pots kind of just don't do a whole lot right now. Because it's like, if you're on health and you need, if you need health to heal, you might as well just count yourself as dead, man. Because once they get through that armor, I mean, shit, the health goes down from a 0 to 100 real quick, man. You're just gone. You were just out of there, man. So health just feels like, health and health pots kind of feel useless unless you're in that one scenario where it's like, I got downed and revived and I need more health because I'm sitting on all armor pots. Then, like, sure, but most of the time it's just like, man, I don't need health. I don't need health pots, man. Because in situations, like I said, where you do need health pots, you're pretty much dead. You're a dead man walking at that point. Dudes are gonna look at you and drop you. So I don't know, man. We'll see. Like I said, we'll keep playing it. They got some new characters that are supposed to be coming out. The other thing I did want to talk about was, like, all right, you keep adding new characters. The next character is Eraserhead. I'm just like, man, you've got like 20 fucking heroes and like 4 villains. Please cut that shit out, man. It's not like you don't have fucking dudes to put in the game. Like, you've got villains to put in the game. Like, why, at this point, why even separate them as heroes and villains? Like, just put them all in one big square. Because, like, you got them separated. I'm just like, man, look at that, man. All these hero guys, and, like, you got the same 4 villains. Even when they launched, I was like, oh, they're in 3 new characters. Okay. Hopefully there's a villain in there. Nope. 3 more heroes. Wow, Jesus, man. So, we'll see. I mean, just like, hopefully, based on the leaked information we got, we could be seeing some villains soon. There's some cool, like, heroes coming out, like dudes you expect, Endeavor, Overhaul would be cool, All For One, like I said, cool dude. Hawks is cool. There's some cool cats coming out that I'm looking, I'm excited for, but just like, man, can we get some villains? Twice was a guy. I'm just like, come on, man, we can get some dudes, man. We can get some more dudes in here. Sitting on 4 villains and 1,000,000 heroes. So, other than that, man, like I said, I'm having an okay time with it. Some days are better than others. Sometimes, like today, you just spawn in, get your ass whooped, and you're just out in and out of a match in like 30 seconds, and that just happens. 4 or 5 times in a row and you're just getting real fucking frustrated because sometimes you start off and you're doing good. All right, cool. I'm looting, doing some stuff. And then, you look away for 2 seconds. Team is nowhere to be found. And you're getting jumped. Like, owe some dude some money. Or the classic. You're over here with your mans, we're looting. And there's that one guy, and he's over there by himself, and he's like, "Oh shit, enemies are here." And I'm like, "All right, I'm coming," and he's just dead. I'm just like, "Oh fuck, I can't come now, man." And then sure enough, them dudes just beat your ass, and they chase you down. And cats in this game, man, the thirstiest group of dudes I never seen, man. Motherfuckers are just tracing me down like I'm FBI's most wanted, man. Like I'll be halfway across the map running from a dude, man, and it's just like, oh, there's that dude that was chasing you. I'm just like, how the fuck does he know where the fuck I am? How does he see me? Like I'm getting chased down by fucking Bakugo and Ida and all types of cats, man. I'm just like, oh my god. I'm just dead. At that point I just put the controller down, man. I'm just like, you got me, man. I'm fucking I'll lead the game. I'll just lead the game. You can have the shit, man. You got it. Like, jeez, dudes are just chasing you down. So those are my complaints about the game. It's cool for like a little bit. If you can get some homies in and playing them, it's cool. You have some fun, but yeah, man. Sometimes it's just super frustrating, man. It's just super frustrating. So we'll see. Like I said, I'll keep playing it, and we'll be checking it out when they add some new heroes and stuff, and see what it's about. Hopefully, they do some big changes. I think they might be doing some changes, at least not this season, but season 2. Which anyway, by the way, each season is 2 months. 2 months. I think it's 2 months. I think it's 60 days. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how they do that with new stuff. I think it's supposed to be adding a new game mode or something. Because right now it's just ranked and unranked. And I'm just like, okay, well, maybe they can do something else. Maybe they can have a mode where we can fight more people. Because like I said, right now 24. Like 24 is fine, but I'm just like, can you put more dudes? Because sometimes I spawn in and there's half the map is just nowhere to be found. But anyway, let me get out of here. We're here rambling long and stuff. But like I said, if you want to, you can check the game out. It's on like Steam, PS5. I think it's on Xbox too. It's not on Switch. But why are you playing on your Switch? Outside of that, check it out. Have some fun. Don't get overly invested. Don't get overly invested. Just chill out with it. But anyway, I'll talk to you cats later. Have a good day. I'll see you soon.